Hey Howlers, so today I'm going to be using one of Insoullness's ideas, so please go and check out her channel, and she said that she'd like to see like book reviews, I think, I thought this was a really good idea, so I'm going to be doing a book review for Warrior Shadows of the Clan. So technically these are like three like novellas, so but in one book, so I'm going to be commenting on all three. And then just two quick things. Sorry if I get like some things wrong or I forget important parts of these books, because although it's like my favourite Warrior Cats book collection, I haven't read it in actually a long time, so I've probably forgotten a lot of things. And secondly, this is just going to be a video of me talking, so I'm not sure, some people don't like that. I personally don't really like videos of just like people talking. I would have done some artwork for this, but like I've just not had any time, so I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully next week, if you want me to continue this, I'll just have some artwork of the scene, so it's a lot more interesting, or I might like do that anyway in case that's more interesting anyway. So yeah, I'm going to begin now. Firstly with Maple Shade's Vengeance. So this is my favourite. It's like my favourite Warrior Cats book, but especially like favourite Warriors novella. So obviously it's just about Maple Shade and like who she is, because we see her in Crooked Star's Promise, and I don't think this had come out like when Crooked Star's Promise was out, so it didn't come out before. And it just tells us who she is, because she's not in like the series really or anything apart from Omen of the Stars, I believe. So yeah, like I just really like her character. The book is so well written and I love her story, and obviously, you know, she's the only female villain really, apart from like kind of Hollyleaf, and though Hollyleaf's not really a villain, but I just think her story is so well written, and like it actually gives her a reason to be a villain, because a lot of the villains are literally only bad because of, you know, they've been bullied and then or influenced by others, and to be honest, I don't think that's like a good enough reason really for them to become a villain. I'm good. A villain, because you know, like I don't know, I just don't think it's like a really good reason. But she oh yeah, spoilers by the way. Obviously I'll include that in the title. Obviously she lost her kits. And like after she'd been forced out of ThunderClan because she like the kit's father was a RiverClan cat and she's a ThunderClan cat, and the cat who was the father, Apple Fur, is it, or Apple Dusk or Dawn? I'm sorry, I don't know, I can't remember. Well, no, I'll just check. Okay, I think his name's Apple Dusk. So basically like he killed the leader's son, and Maple Shade like didn't actually say that that cat was her mate, but she sort of, you know, implied it, and so she didn't have to tell them that the father was a RiverClan cat. And this happened like before like the first series, before like most of the, like I think before all of the super editions and novellas actually. So yeah, the only thing it wasn't before is Dawn of the Clans and Mothwing's Vision, so yeah. But basically, like, so this cat, like, killed the leader's son, and then, like, Frecklewish was really annoyed, who was his, sister. So, she was exiled, her kits drowned in the river when she was trying to cross, and then Apple Dusk sort of just denied her. So I think they gave her a really good reason to be a villain, and that's why I like it so much. And then she obviously like continued to kill the medicine cat, who sort of like gave her out, I don't know, like told the leader that it was a RiverClan cat, and Frecklewish and Apple Dusk, even though she didn't mean to, she was going to kill like Reedshine, who was his cat, who Apple Dusk was sort of like cheating on, like, or like was cheating with. On Maple Shades. So yeah, I just think it was such a good book, and that's why I like it so much. And so next we go into Goose Feather's Curse, and I really like this book because it made me like Goose Feather's character so much more. In the Blue Star's Prophecy, I like Goose Feather anyway, don't know why, I just like characters like that, to be honest, I don't know, I just really liked him. and like it probably made others like him too, because I know a lot of people hate him for getting like Moonflower killed, kind of basically. Um, but like this shows why, because he sees StarClan cats, and he can like read like cats, like other cats' future, if he like touches them and things. That's why he's a ThunderClan's medicine cat, obviously, because he has these visions. So like it shows you why he went crazy, and I think it was just, again, really well written, and it gives like the perspective of him, because everyone like was like, oh, like he's just so annoying, he's like this horrible old cat, but it shows you how he was actually like isolated from the other kids, basically, because they didn't really want to play with him or anything, because he was weird. And it gives a reason why he's like how he is, because he was quite like grumpy, like towards his own sister and everything. So I just really liked this book. Thought it was like really well written, and I really like the idea of, like, because we know some of the cats have sort of special powers, like Yellowfang can feel other cats' pain, and obviously the three in the Power of Three and Omen of the Stars with Dovewing. But it's sort of just like another power that is kind of a power, but like, I mean, it's sort of, you know, like, I suppose relates to real life, as, you know, people like feel as though they can see things, you know, sort of relates to schizophrenia a bit, where like you might see things and hear things and things. So yeah, so I just really like this book, and it made me like Goose Feather a lot more. And then we have Ravenpaw's Farewell. Again, I really like this book because Ravenpaw, I know a lot of people liked him from the first series anyway, but he was a character I didn't really care about much, and although after the like novella I don't necessarily, I just think it was, you know, because a lot of people liked him, so it was like obviously like wanted and would be read by a lot of people anyway. But I just think, you know, shine some light on things like you know, like Barley and Ravenpaw's relationship. Like, obviously we don't know if they're just like gay cats or something, but obviously they're very close friends. Like, if, you know, they're not actually in love, which, like, I don't know if it's been proven or anything. So it shined like a bright light on their relationship, and it was also just like a nice journey, and also showing us how like Ravenpaw's life had gone on after the clans, and how he'd help his friend like do anything, even though he was a clan cat, and he didn't really and although he sort of believed in Star Clan, obviously he like sort of discarded their beliefs a bit to save the Barley, as Barley was a little bit annoyed when he like shared his beliefs and things. So I just think it was a really well written book. Which I said for all of them, because just every Warrior Cats book is well written, really. And I just really like the journey, and it obviously shows us how Ravenpaw dies. And then like so if you've read Bramblestar's sorry, if you read Bramblestar's Storm, I think it is, or I mean like one of the little bits in between in the Ultimate Guide, you'll know that Ravenpaw gives Bramble/Star a life. So it shows us obviously how he died, and how he was brave and obviously really courageous and honourable, like, even though he wasn't really a warrior anymore. So I just really liked that. And so yeah, that's basically the end of the video. Just telling you my opinions and views on these books. Please comment below and like the video if you want to see any more of these, because and these are like things like I could do and I enjoy doing, and like next time hopefully I'll have some artwork, even if it's not like a lot, but you know, I'll try and do some for like a few like important scenes. So yeah, if you like the video, well, please like it, and you can subscribe. I'm good. And you can subscribe if you want. And thank you so much, Insoullness, for what's the word? Recommending this video. If you like, and TheHorseKnitter for agreeing. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, Howlers. Bye. Hope you enjoyed.